So back on Black Friday, Amazon had a 50% off sale on their Sennheiser 598 special editions. Boy, am I glad that I picked them up. All right, so as some of you, regular viewers know, I do have the Sennheiser Game Zeros, which is a gaming headset. It's closed-backed, leatherette pads, has the boom mic on it, but I have my standalone XLR mic with this, with the mixer and everything else now, so I don't need that boom mic anymore. I don't use the boom mic anymore, so it just sits up in the muted position all the time and pretty much just stays there. So when I heard that Amazon was going to be having a 50% off sale on their Sennheiser 598 special editions, I couldn't pass up the opportunity. So all week long during their Black Friday deal, Black Friday week deals, I checked hourly as often as possible to make sure that I wasn't going to miss the opportunity to replace my Game Zeros with these. Now, I'll explain. The Game Zeros are more expensive, but that's because they have a mic integrated in it. So I didn't need the mic anymore. These have a nice, soft velour padding on it, and they are lighter weight, and they are open back. So the reason I got the Game Zeros to begin with is because I thought that I wanted a closed back design. I was like, I don't want all of my audio being, heard from whatever I was listening to or playing the game, in case, my wife was in here in the office while I was gaming. It didn't bother her. All of these different things kind of came up, and I was hesitant about getting an open back headset. Now that I know, I will never buy another closed back set of headphones for my PC gaming ever again. These things sound absolutely amazing. They are the same exact driver that is in the Game Zeros, and they sound great. Now, again, this is coming from somebody that loves the Sennheiser sound. I had some Sennheiser HD 212 Pros back in the day, which now my son uses. I had to replace the pads on them because the leatherette was falling apart after, I think they were like 5 or 6, 7 years old. So I replaced the leatherette padding on them, and he still uses them today and loves them. I didn't care for them because they were on ears, so they fatigued like nobody's business. They hurt so bad after like an hour or two of gaming. My ears felt like they were about to just snap off. So I wanted something that went around the ear, which is why I got the Game Zeros, and I thought I wanted closed back. And I definitely wanted a better boom mic than what I had. Yes, I know people say mod mic. I owned a mod mic. My mod mic is on my Sennheisers that my son uses now, and I hated it. It sounded awful. So, and it was a mod mic 4.0, I think. I just didn't care for the audio quality. The Sennheiser boom mic sounded better. So I went with it. It worked. I loved them. Fast forward, a year or so or whatever, and I don't like having or not being able to hear things that are going on in my house late at night. Call me paranoid, whatever. But whenever I'm gaming at night, my son's in the room, my wife's across the house in her room sleeping or whatever, and I just don't like having or not being able to hear if anything goes on. I have a dog, he's very alert, he'll bark, but something about it always wigged me out about not being able to hear what's going on around me. I hate noise canceling headphones, the earbuds. I usually only wear one unless I'm just maybe walking around at work, then it's not a big deal. But I can't jog with both headphones in because I want to be able to hear if something's going on behind me. A car ran off the road, whatever. I can hear something and dive out of the way, at least have a chance. And so the closed back always bothered me because of that, and so did the leatherette. It seals very well, it does its job, I just don't care for it. So I got these because they are open back design and they are the velour padding, which lets sound in but also out. Now, I think a lot of the stuff that you read on the internet about open back headphones leaking audio out to where everybody can hear it around you is a bit extreme. The way that I read it and took it whenever I was reading about them is that you're going to hear it like almost like there's a speaker projecting the audio out. Like it would be ridiculously loud to the people around you, and that is not the case with these. Unless you play your music to deafening levels, I don't see it being a problem. I had music on loud enough to the point where I was like, okay, I can't go any louder than this. If I go any louder than this, it's ridiculous. And I even sat them down. I recorded it. Had my son sitting here. He couldn't barely hear it at all. I sat them down on my desk and walked to the door of my office that I'm in right now, and I could hear it, but it wasn't like annoyingly loud. So I don't really get why everybody seems to think that it's like just filling the room with sound because it's an open back headphone, because that's not the case. So if that's what you're thinking, throw all that crap out of your head, because that's not the case at all. What I will say though is the reason why I started off by saying that I will never own another closed back headphone for my computer and my gaming is because the sound stage of an open back headphone is amazing. The fact that you can hear what's going on around you, but you hear the game sounds as well, it just seems so open. Like, I mean, it sounds, I don't want to say airy because that kind of sounds like it's got like a hiss to it, but it doesn't. It just sounds more natural and realistic. It sounds like the speaker is not like on your ear. It sounds like it's out here, almost like you're watching a movie on your home theater system and the speakers are 10, 12 feet away. That's the kind of feeling I get from it. Now, I did try it with I use my Sound Blaster ZX sound card. And I use it with these. I use it with the Game Zeros. Sound great. I tried the virtual surround mode where it virtualizes the surround and everything, and it works. And it does sound better than the closed back headphone, but I only really tried it with Fallout 3, which really isn't that great for any kind of surround audio anyway. I mean, you would think it would be because it's an open world game. But then I tried it out in Metro, Last Light, and what was the other one? Far Cry 4. And both of those with the virtual surround on from my sound card sounded amazing. I could hear where everything was coming from. It felt like I was actually walking through a forest or walking through a field with animals and trucks driving around. It sounded crazy. So I'm really happy with these headphones. Now, right now, I think they're most likely back up to their crazy price of like I think they were $199 or something like that. But Amazon on Black Friday had them for $95, and I just couldn't pass it up. I checked in the morning, I saw that they were on sale, ran to my computer, unlocked or turned it on, signed in. Hit the buy now button, boom, it was here in 2 days, and they're the best headphones I think I've ever listened to be quite honest. And I'm really glad that I picked them up. So that's my review of them and my opinions on them. So now what I will get into is it has an extremely long cable. I think it's probably somewhere in like the 8-9 foot range. It's ridiculous. It is removable, so it has like this nice little twisting lock feature that the cable can just kind of twist out, and it has little grooves in it, so then you can just slide it in and then twist it back to the way that it needs to go, and it'll lock into place, so it ain't coming out. So that's a nice feature there. It does come with, I meant to have this ready, it does come with an extra shorter cable, so like if you wanted to listen to them, like maybe you're playing in a hotel room on your gaming laptop or something while you're out on a business trip or a regular trip or whatever. That way you don't have all this long extra cable, or if you wanted to listen to them, I don't know why you would, with like, I don't know, your cell phone or a portable music player or something of that nature. So it does come with an extra shorter cable if that's your thing and you don't need it to go that far. Maybe your computer's up on your desk and it's 4 feet away from you. I think it's a 1.3 meter cable that it comes with versus this really long one. So it does have, like I said, it's removable and switchable on the cable, but they're just great. Now the difference between them that I noticed, I mean, they're lighter than the Game Zeros. They don't rotate as far as the Game Zeros. Like the Game Zeros can like actually buckle all the way down and fold up to where you can really get them into a tight package, so that way it can go into the carrying case that it comes with. But it can also twist all the way around like DJ headphones and lay flat, so that way they lay flat on like your chest. Like you take them off and it lays flat. Now, the one thing that did take me a little bit of time to get used to, going from the Game Zeros to these, is the lack of the volume knob. Every now and then, whenever I'm playing a game or something and I hear something, I try to reach up and, oh crap, it's not there. So that has been catching me off guard, but if you didn't have the Game Zeros before, that wouldn't affect you. So, my overall opinion of the headphones, if you're looking at getting them, obviously now, I mean, they're worth the $200 or $190 something that they are right now, in my opinion. I think they are an amazing headphone. They sound great, but again, this is with somebody that enjoys the Sennheiser signature sound. If you aren't a fan of the way the Sennheiser sounds, then obviously you wouldn't be buying these. You'd look at the Bayer Dynamics or something else. So, but overall, for gaming or anything else, I would say that these are definitely the way to go. And if you aren't looking at these, but you are looking for a good gaming headphone, I don't want to say headset because it doesn't have a mic. If you're looking for a good gaming headphone, I would definitely look for an open back headphone, not a closed back. Open back is that much better. So again, this has been Josh with Tektopia TV, and the Sennheiser 598. These are the special editions from Amazon. And I definitely give them a 10 out of 10. I don't really think, I mean, there's a few things that I could say that I maybe would add to them, you know, being able to lay them flat was nice, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's got like a, I don't know if you can hear it. It's like an air-filled padding up here, which is great. I mean, I don't have any problems with it. You know, it doesn't feel like it's as cushioned. I mean, I guess if I pushed it down, it kind of would pad it a little bit more, but like the way I usually do it, because they're not heavy, the cushion like doesn't even really push in. And I can hear myself talking. It's not like I'm muffled. I don't feel weird. I don't feel like I'm going and talking really loud, because I can hear everything. I can hear everything around me. It doesn't seal off and close out any sounds around me. So for a gaming headset like that, gaming headphone like that, that's exactly what I want. So pick them up if you want them. Look for a deal. There ain't gonna be a deal like that, what happened there, for probably until next year, I would imagine. But if they ever go on sale again, and you know, I've seen them go for like 140s, 150s on occasions or whatever, just on random sales. So just keep an eye out for them, but I'd definitely say that they're worth it at the full price if you have the coin. So this has been Josh with Tektopia TV, 598 SEs, 2 thumbs up from me, and I'll catch you in the next video.